What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I am back today to give you a review of this Air Jordan 3 Retro in the Green Glow colorway. So this Green Glow color scheme was something that Jordan Brand introduced back in 2013, most famously on the Green Glow Air Jordan 4. So fast forward 11 years later, they're reviving this Green Glow colorway, this time slapping it on this Air Jordan 3 instead. So these released on March 16th for a price of $200 US or $260 here in Canada. And the official colorway for this shoe is black, green glow, wolf gray, and white. And these were available at most Air Jordan retailers, including The Closet Inc., which is here in Canada. The Closet Inc. is my go-to shop for Nike and Air Jordan retros, and they're independently owned and operated based right here in Southern Ontario in Canada. And if you check out their website, which I've linked down below, they offer some of the best prices across any stores within Canada, so be sure to check them out, show them some love, and be sure to tell them that I sent you. So here's a quick look at the box that the shoes come with. So in typical fashion, this is done in this split style with this elephant print on the left side, and on the right side we have this green glow colored Jumpman. As far as the shoe goes, so at first glance, this kind of looks very similar to the black cement Air Jordan 3. But there are some small differences, colorway aside, that makes it stand out and be unique on its own. So jumping right into the details, the majority of the upper is constructed out of a slightly tumbled black colored leather, and I'm happy to say that this is genuine leather. However, overlaid on top of this, running down the bottom of the upper of the shoe, we have another black leather overlay, but this unfortunately is a synthetic leather instead. Surrounding the front toe cap, we have your iconic elephant print, and just like most recent Air Jordan 3s, the cut of elephant print sits much lower and has much more of a sleek look to it, which I think looks really good. For the bottom two eyelets, these are these circular eyelets constructed out of a green glow colored TPU. The middle three eyelets are constructed out of a matte black colored TPU, and the panel here surrounding this is completely covered in elephant print. And then the top two eyelets are done in this green glowed colored TPU again. Beneath this on the mid panel, we have more of that slightly tumbled black colored leather, and you can see those natural leather grains all across it. Covering the bottom of the heel, we have more of that elephant print, and then on the top of the ankle collar area, this is covered in a gray colored suede. On the center of the heel, we have the signature heel tab. This is painted in black, but the Jumpman Air branding is colored in green glow, which really stands out against the black backdrop. And then as far as the laces go, so this pair only comes with one lace option. It's just your normal flat style lace in black. However, underneath this, instead of your typical synthetic leather, here we have a synthetic suede instead. So the bottom half of the tongue is completely perforated, whereas the top of the tongue is left smooth, and we have a green glow colored Jumpman embroidered on the top of the tongue. The back of the tongue is lined in this green glow colored lining, and I really like how this stands out. However, the majority of the inner collar of the shoe, this is covered in a gray colored lining, and just like most recent Air Jordan 3s, the padding within the shoe isn't that thick, and it's a lot more slimmed down compared to Air Jordan 3s from the past. Moving on to the insoles, so these come with a polyurethane foam insole. It's finished in this green glow color on top, and we have this Jumpman logo pressed onto the heel. So the upper of these Jordan 3s sits atop this polyurethane foam midsole, which is primarily painted in white. The top of the heel though is painted in this shiny black finish, and we have a Nike Air unit that's found within the midsole and is visible through this window on the heel of the sneaker. And then turning the shoe over to the bottom, so this is your classic Air Jordan 3 outsole, and it's done in a mix of gray, white, and black colored rubber. We have this circular pivot point on the forefoot, and running down the center of the heel, we have this green glow colored Jordan branding. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. And for those wondering about sizing, so my foot measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and I'm almost always a size 10 or true to size in pretty much most Air Jordan 3 releases in the past few years. So I know some people have said that the very recent Air Jordan 3s, for example the Reimagined 3s, those fit a half size big for them, but I have to say this pair specifically fits a lot more snug compared to a Reimagined 3. In fact, getting these in my true size, I actually felt like my toes were a little bit cramped in the toe box. Probably not tight enough that I'd want to go up half a size. It probably just needs to break in a little bit more. But my toes have never really felt that uncomfortable in recent Air Jordan 3s like they have with this pair. So whatever size you got, for example, in the Reimagined 3, I would probably go up half a size for this pair. So for most people, that means stick with your true size. Unless you have a really wide foot, then you might want to consider going up half a size for this specific sneaker. Moving on to the comfort, so these feel pretty much like any other Air Jordan 3, minus the fact that the toe box for my pair at least felt a little bit cramped. So the underfoot feeling is pretty identical. It's going to be a decent shoe from a comfort standpoint. It's not going to be overly soft and it's not going to be overly firm. And I'm talking strictly from a retro sneaker perspective. Air Jordan 3s for some reason feel great for me, especially when you compare it to like an Air Jordan 4, which I find historically to be more uncomfortable than a typical Air Jordan 3. So again, for an everyday casual use shoe, this pair is going to be perfectly fine. Finally, in terms of the quality and craftsmanship, so first off, the material quality I was actually very happy with. Other than this very synthetic black colored layer along the bottom of the shoe, I thought the rest of the materials used on the sneaker were very solid. I was a big fan of this slightly tumbled black leather, and changing up the tongue giving us this suede, even though it is a synthetic suede, it still feels pretty good to the touch. And the build of the shoe I thought was pretty flawless. The panels were consistent, the elephant print on my left and right feet lined up for the most part. The stitch job was good, no glue stains or paint blobs or anything like that. So this was pretty well put together, especially considering this is a mass-produced general release Air Jordan 3. So with all that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet, I'll lace them up, and I'll show you guys how these look. Obviously, these are very similar to the Black Cement 3s. And I'm thinking if Jordan Brand had called this like the Tiffany 3s, would these have sold a lot better? Who knows, but as of right now, this pair is going for under retail, like a lot of sneakers on the market these days, which is a great thing for those of us who want to buy our shoes, rock them for under retail. Personally for me though, I don't think this is a need for me because I love the Black Cement 3 and there's pretty much going to be no instance where I choose this out of my closet over the classic Black Cement 3s. I just think they're too similar, kind of redundant. So this is probably a shoe that I'm not going to keep in my collection, but it's still a dope colorway. I actually really like these green glow hits. I just think they look better on other people's feet and in other people's collection more so than my own. So leave a comment down below to let me know, what do you guys think about this pair? For anyone watching, did you pick up a pair of these? Are you waiting for these to go down in price? Or is it just a pass for you and you're not picking them up regardless? As usual though, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esgo8, check me out on X or Twitter at sean.go spelled out, and visit my website as well at seango.ca. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.